Last where we left off the party, what you guys found the portal that Gallenford took to enter the material plane from his homeworld. Solving some riddles, you guys were able to open the portal and step through, which you landed into the Maple Grove, the Maple Valley, a forest of trees that produce a forest of maple trees where you could just suck on the leaf and taste maple syrup and everything like that. Fighting that evening, you fought some red caps, evil fey gnomes creatures. They, you guys were able to dispatch them without any incident, and then you made your way to Everfall, Gallenford's hometown. Upon arriving, Gallenford noticed that things weren't all there. Things weren't right. He went into his family estate, where he discovered his father in the study, and his mother seems to be some sort of dementia, believing that Gallenford has been killed and none of her sons survive on their adventures. Meanwhile, the rest of the party went to a local meadery and had some fizzy lifting drinks and other magical concoctions. Then you were all invited to dinner where Gallenford's mother was extremely confused when Gallenford kept pushing, saying that he is her son and that he is alive. After dinner, the party was escorted out of the manor. Nix, you were able to turn into a cat and stay behind with Gallenford, while the rest of the party found some accommodations at an inn for the evening. So we're gonna start with you, Caradwin. As you lay your head to rest. You guys also discovered one day here in the Autumn Feywild is 1 week's time in the material plane. So, Caradwin, as you are beginning to settle in for the evening, you get a message from Professor Bierce. I gotta make sure.
It would be. Oh, I was gonna say I thought it would be really funny if I just started slurping on my drink in the silence. Just a really obnoxious slurping noise.
I'm waiting for Caradwin to just keep receiving messages and every 30 seconds where it's like, please respond.
Yeah, it goes in slow mo, so it's hard to figure out what that is.
Caradwin, it's 20 words, right?
25 words.
25, yeah. I can post the spell if you want.
Okay.
Come on, you're the DM. You can make it 30,000 words.
No.
Yeah, make it many words. Make it the length of a current.
This is
25,000 characters.
This is exactly 25 words.
A cursed sending where it's 10,000 words, but you have to use 10,000 words.
Well, that's easy. You just talk like, just Jeff Goldblum, and well, there it is.
You receive a response, which is also 10,000 words.
Okay. I will type my response.
Yeah, the reason why I typed it so I could count.
Yes, no, same. Okay, that's 15 words. That's okay. Oh, and actually with the last 10 words on that, I will also add I will add this to the end of that message too. I'm sure he gets this like 3 hours later. Due to the
every
timey
minute
wimey.
every minute he gets another word.
You do get a response.
It's like getting a message off a typewriter.
Yeah, I get it in Morse code.
So with the time
Yeah,
dilation,
yeah.
some of it, like your message is much faster. His is slower. There is a bit of a time lag.
Yeah, every time he receives a message, he has to wait a week for the next one.
It reads in slow motion.
It's that episode from Stargate. He just gets a dial tone, which he has to compress into actual words.
I mean, technically, one day in the Fae equals 1 week in the real world means that it's a 7 to 1. So we hear it 7 times faster. He hears it 7 times slower.
I just created a menu.
The suspense is killing me.
Well, only Caradun's getting this.
I know.
Professor Pierce is still waiting for the reply to come in.
So there are some magic items in your. It should be in your guys' handouts as well.
Oh, I forgot about the stone. What is...
What are you confused on?
Just the lantern.
You guys received before you went to Herman for the first time. You guys got some insight and received a lantern that you guys never used.
Yeah, that's just not in my list, so I didn't see it.
It's on my list. You guys have not identified it or anything yet.
Maybe that's why we never used it.
She wants that stone. I don't know if I want to give that to her, to be honest. I really like having that. I really like having that stone. The key, I'm assuming, is the key that I found for the basement.
From the very beginning, yes.
Yeah, and The dragon flute? Fuck, I don't
The
like
thing,
that.
the thing that summons a black dragon.
Yeah, I'm
dragon.
good. That could attack us? Yeah, she can have that shit. I'm keeping the villain. I'm not going to respond. Actually, I guess I can respond for free.
We set a bounty of 1,000 gold, right?
That's what I was going to say. We set a bounty of gold, not items.
So I'm saying if she wants items, that's fine, but she can only take the equal amount of what we said to pay for. She can't just go do a thing and be like, I want this much. No, we said we'll pay 1,000, so you can have 1,000 gold of items. I think a very
well, Caradrin, you were able to respond to this. So in the moment,
Brad, my head is in the same place, 100%.
Now, Caradrin, because I'm just imagining she is immediately going to go full Karen on, like, I want to speak to your manager. This is not the deal.
We're gonna go all genie on her, or Aladdin, and be like, we offer gold, you refuse the gold, you can't. That's, you did that on your own.
And if she kidnaps or kills the kids, then hey, I don't have any problems getting rid of her.
We'll just take the $1,000 that we were gonna spend on the rat lady and put it on her instead. Maybe even double it.
Double check my work. That's exactly 25. We're in the Feywilds, could take time to return. We set a bounty in gold, not items. She can take items worth that amount.
Everyone going off. We don't bargain with dragons.
Well, that's not the. I agree with Mason. Like, that's not the terms that we set. To begin with?
Are you with me? Because you were about to get sailing to bed. So do you get up and go let the part stay?
No, my head was in the same place.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. My initial response as well was a lot like what Mason was saying, that this is the bounty we set. If she wants something, she can get that amount, but either in gold or in items. Not when, I'm not gonna give her all that shit for just because she said so. Especially when she up and disappeared on us. I don't know where she went. She could have taken the kids to begin with.
You do get another response.
She says she can win. Okay. That's how I'll respond. And then I'm gonna go to bed.
You do not get a response after that.
Good. I was gonna turn on my ring of mind shielding so I don't get one anyways.
Do you have 3 sendings?
Professor Beer sent them to her.
Yeah.
So she's
She's the one sending them.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes, I do actually. I have 3, 6. If I wanted to, I could send 7 times in a day. Though I do wish casting that spell at higher levels gave you a higher word count.
I could just imagine a wizard just using a nice level spell to write out his 10,000 word rant.
That would be awesome.
Or that like it reduces the chance that it doesn't make it, so that like a max level spell sending.
What is the spell level of ascending?
3rd.
3rd? Okay.
Yeah.
If you use it high enough, you can force the receiver to speak it out loud like a howler.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was trying to
Or
think
that
of
you
ways
could, or that you could
could-
send it to more than one person.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So morning comes. You guys get some rest. You all. Well, first of all, was there any nightly activities you guys wish to do?
Wasn't Gallifrey originally gonna have a convo with his father after he escorted his friends out that night?
That's up to you. You could try to go him down, but he went to go comfort your mother after dinner.
Actually, instead of that, I'll let him comfort him. Galliford would be going through things in his brother's room and his room just to see if things add up with what he recalls from before he left.
Okay, give me an investigation check. All right. Nix, you stayed behind in your cat form to kind of so you could be with so Gallifrey wouldn't be alone. What are you doing?
I'm going to listen in for any other gossip some of the guards might be chatting about.
Okay. Investigation.
Okay.
All right. You are so you kind of like prowl around a bit, kind of keeping a little out of sight. So, you do hear some gossip that about some guards just wondering how Galliford. They're questioning how is he alive after all this time. He should be dead. That he was buried in the back with little left of his whatever remains left of the rest of his brother. Everybody seems a bit confused, and everybody's gossiping about Galliford's return. Some even are even questioning if he really is Galliford.
Okay. At least now I know where his supposed body is buried. I'll let the others know the next time we meet.
Okay. Galliford, you said you were. What were you kind of looking for specifically? You said you were kind of going around seeing if things added up.
Going through any notes, Galliford himself, like the journal that he carries, he writes down day-to-day things. So between that and seeing if there's any written information in his brother's room, I'm basically trying to piece together to see if there's something that doesn't play with what Galliford remembers. Like if instead of him writing about his day following his brother, does it play out more as like he's his brother or anything that he doesn't recall from writing down, basically.
Everything seems, at least in your journal, as you recall everything. It's all in your handwriting. It's all seems correct. Writing that you're following your brother, you're getting ready to go out on this adventure to hunt this Oni. But there's some oddities on your brother's writing. Some you're going through his notes and whatnot. Pages seem to be missing or scribbled out. You can't something, and it's not uncommon for people to keep like adventuring secrets and whatnot, but something's not adding up quite yet. It's like you can't remember You don't know why, but it's like it talks about one thing, and then next thing you know, you switch to your brother's notes, and it's something completely off topic. And you're not sure why. You're missing pieces. And it's just giving you a headache.
Okay, that would probably be all he did throughout that night, because that would be frustrating, where I feel like he'd be sitting at a desk with his hands in his hair, just frustrated, reading over both of the notes.
Okay. Stig, Mason,
Yes.
anything you wish to do for the night before you before you go to bed?
We're just reworking infusions. I'm giving Stig back the returning weapon because I can't use the mind sharpener right now.
Okay. Caradron,
Other than that, yeah, we're not going to be doing anything tonight.
okay, and Caradron, you're having a conversation, at least a sending conversation with Professor Bierce. The night goes on. It's all quiet. It's a cool. You have a cool autumn breeze blowing through. Caradron, give me a perception check.
Oh. Morgan is skilled at perception. Can I use Morgan to give me the help action?
No,
Dang.
not for this particular case.
Oh boy, alright. There we go.
You stir in the night. Late at night, you're kind of stirring. Something. You kind of wake up. You look around. Morgan's, even though Morgan doesn't need to sleep, right? I don't think so.
Morgan does not have to sleep, I don't think. I don't see anything in the spell that says...
Familiars need to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, even with your 11's good enough, scratch marks at the foot of your bed. In the wood.
Like raven feet scratch marks?
Like clawed. Like something was standing at the end of your bed and their clawed hands were just sitting there watching you.
Where is Morgan?
Morgan will probably be up on the. I would say there's like a cup, like a dresser drawer. He would probably be perched there, just kind of watching over the room.
And if I communicate with Morgan telepathically, they don't have anything. Like they didn't see anything.
You ask Morgan what happened, and Morgan's like, I didn't see anything.
Fuck. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Any of the rest of us have weird visitors in the night?
Hold on. Rest of the night, you guys are comfortable. Nothing happens to you guys. You sleep well, and it's your first night in the Autumn Fae where you don't have to camp. It's very lovely. Even outside, there are some. So you look out the before you go to sleep, the little dancing lights that you saw in the forest a little bit dancing around in the streets. But it's a quiet night. I'm just waiting on something.
So morning comes.
Hold on. I gotta.
Chris needs to get used out of that were-rat thing or whatever, so he's got another one, I'm sure.
Morning comes. You guys get a full rest. Caradwin, Stig, Mason, you guys go down. You guys are down into.
Walk down center, see what's for breakfast.
Yep.
Do they eat bacon and eggs here in the Feywild, or are they like all vegan? Just as a random question he asked to himself.
You find green eggs and ham.
But I don't want green eggs and ham, Sam. I am.
I would not eat it in the Fae, but I guess I'll eat it anyway.
What's it made of? Who's to say?
Really hating the start of this day.
But you see patrons eating with you. They seem happy, but I mean, yeah, there's not necessarily vegan. I mean, it's just weird Fae food. You don't know what it is. But you take a bite, tastes normal. It's not bad. Stig, Mason, you see Caradwin come down. She has like bags underneath her eyes. She looks dreary.
You must have been up all night studying. Does the party know about the time dilation, or just Caradwin?
You guys would have found out because Caradwin sent a sending to Professor Beers while you were in the forest, and he responded, "Oh, it's been a week." So you would have known that a day equals a week.
Okay, so I will make the comment that every night that passes, you got to make up 7 days. So yeah, you're gonna have a lot to make up when you get back. How do you like your eggs? Green, or green?
I think I'll just kind of push my food to the side. Not interested.
All right. Galliford and Nix. Nix, what do you do?
Well, I woke up, curled up at the foot of Galliford's bed, and then I woke up and I'm my normal self again now because that only lasts a few hours. I'm like, oh, I should probably turn back into a cat. I don't want them finding out that I'm here. So I well shape back into a cat.
Okay.
And then, well, actually, before I do that, I'll like nudge Galliford and say, I know where your body is.
Wait, what? My body?
I overheard the guards last night saying that you were buried in the back.
This isn't making any sense. All my notes, my journals and everything still add up with what I remember. But nothing is fully matching that I'm finding here.
I don't know. That's what they said, or at least what they say was left of you guys. It might be just ash. I'm not really sure. I just overheard them talking about it.
I'll see if my father can shed some more light, but I'm starting to think listening in or masquerading as someone else so other people can spill the beans might be best.
Yeah. I'm gonna go, actually, do you know where? I think there was only the one place to, the inn in town, right? I'm gonna go check on the others. Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. You scurry off in your cat form. Galliford, you said you were staying up all night, going over the notes, right?
However long it took before bed.
Okay, so you did go to bed.
Yes.
Okay, never mind then. Galliford, you kind of wake up. You open your wardrobe. There's still a bunch of your old clothes. You get dressed and you go down and you find your father eating in the dining room. And he's reading like the local paper. You know, he's just in his paper smoking a pipe. Very, very bougie.
I'll take a seat at the usual spot Galliford would sit. Anything new in the paper?
Just everybody excited for the festival. Will you be attending?
It's been so long. I used to enjoy these festivals, so of course. I look around just to see if it's just him or his mother nearby, or how many guards are in the room overlooking everything.
Your mother's not at the table. It's you, your father, and a couple servants, and they come give you a plate and whatnot, and they go back to their positions.
While it's just us, do you mind if I ask some questions?
Can we do it later? As you know, we help sponsor the festivals, and I will be very busy this afternoon, perhaps this evening. You can meet me in my study.
Of course. I would like to have my companions get to know the culture while we're here and while we're waiting. Do you have any of the material for crafting some masks? That way they can participate.
Unfortunately, do not. They will either need to purchase the materials or purchase a mask themselves.
Very well. I should probably go fetch them. There hasn't been anything odd happening in town with the festival coming, has there?
No, there has not. Everything seems normal. The only thing odd is really has been you and your compatriots.
I guess that's good news, other than the memory lapse. I guess I shall see you this evening, Father.
This evening, and then he gets up and he leaves.
Galliford will, because of the memory, he'll pack up some of his old, fancier attire, but get back into his usual outfit before heading out to meet the others.
Okay.
Are the guards still giving me weird looks?
Yes. Next, you find Caradwin, Sig, and Mason sitting around at a table. Caradwin looks like she had a better nights.
Oh, morning, guys. Takes nabs some of Caradwin's full plate of whatever it is on there and just kind of munches on it.
Can we have pancakes for breakfast? Because it is like Maple Town.
You can order some fave versions of flapjacks if you wish.
And then she kind of says in a hushed tone, I found Galliford's resting space.
You mean his bedroom?
No. The guards were saying that the place where they buried Galliford, so to speak.
Wait, they buried Galliford when we left?
I don't know. I don't know whatever is going on in this town, but yeah, he's not buried. But what they think it was, Galliford was buried there from several years ago. It's in their backyard.
Buried in the backyard. The classic.
Looks to Caradwin. Well, that's as good a place as any to start.
Sure, I've grave robbed once, I'll do it again.
I was there. I helped.
I mean, if Galliford's not in the grave that's marked Galliford, then who is?
Another body?
Stig just yeah, I know. The question is whose body?
You think if we take soil from there, we can figure it out? I'm not a necromancer, but maybe somebody in town is.
Mason just turns to Caradwin like, you don't have any spells to speak with the dead or anything, do you?
Not to speak with the dead, but I have one that might help. I'm just trying to read it real quick to double check that it will. Well? Ooh, actually. DM, I'm trying to remember. I know we managed to buy and craft a couple of the 4 ivory strips that I needed. I also believe I bought the incense that I needed, right, for Legend Lore? Like I have all the materials for one use.
Yes, you got the
because I have it in my thing, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, when you were at the college and the guy called you princess, he gave you all your basic school supply refills.
It was just the ivory that he couldn't get yet.
Yes.
And we made those.
Yes, you
Or
made
do
them.
Well,
yeah.
Big made them, and then you crafted
Yes.
them and stuff.
Then I'm wondering this morning if I can prepare that spell And I think I'm going to cast this on Gallifrey. But I want to cast it not right now. I want to cast it... Well, shit. Do I want to cast it now?
Well,
Maybe I'll wait
Gallifrey's
and go to
not.
his grave.
Gallifrey's not with you right now.
Well, I just have to name or describe. So, if I name Gallenford, I'm curious what information I will get. If I will get the information that I know, or the information that this current timeline thing has. So I'll take the 10 minutes to cast this and figure out what might be the information that I get. Because all it says is I have to name or describe a person. So if I name Gallenford Storzondo, what does the spell tell me about him in this current time?
Okay. You can most certainly try.
Yeah, I'll cast the spell. Let's do it.
All right. Gallifrey, so it takes 10 minutes to cast. So you begin casting the spell. Halfway through, Gallifrey, you see your group of friends sitting around. You see a table. You see Caradwan beginning to cast a spell, and she's concentrating.
I'll come up quietly, but I'll look to the others. What's she up to?
I don't know. She doesn't explain anything.
I hope you all had a good night's rest.
I mean, I didn't turn into a strange amalgamation of vampire and were-rat, so yeah.
That's good.
A sentence I thought I'd never say before.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm so out of it. Everything is just so confusing with what's going on here.
Not exactly the homecoming you were expecting.
No, I know I tell stories. It's just weird when things don't add up with what I remember. But my notes and my journals of everything we've done and everything before then still match. Nothing's making sense. And then there's what Nyx found out, but hopefully when my father speaks with me later tonight, I'll be able to figure out more. But in the meantime, I figured you all could partake in the Autumn Fae culture and create a mask for the festival.
Ooh, I love arts and crafts.
What kind of masks are we talking about here?
It's basically like crafting a wooden mask that the mask kind of depicts your inner self, and you wear that during the festival. We'll have to buy the materials, unfortunately, though. My family sponsors the festival, and it looks like they've already used up most of the materials that they had. So we'll have to go to one of the stores. And I just had an idea. When I first fell and when Nyx fell, I know I called out to that otherworldly being, and I know I could probably just call out to him to ask if it's his doing, but there's also the goddess of autumn who didn't answer, but maybe since we're here, she will. There should be a shrine where I could probably reach out.
If it's just a wooden mask, couldn't we just go to any old tree and get some wood?
can't be just any old tree, and just like the animals, you have to be sure it's not a protected or actual living tree to just take wood from.
Alright, we'll follow your rules.
But I guess we should wait until Carrotwind's not doing her silent chanting. She's been still for quite a long time. Now I'll kind of just poke Carrotwind.
Caradrin.
Yes.
The spell goes through. However, it's not you get inconsistencies. You get flashes of images. Hold on, I gotta set the mood. You see a very old and dead, decrepit tree in a forest. You see water, and underneath is some sort of temple and when you peer into it as you're going in, you sense danger. And a yellow eye flashes, and then whoosh, you're off into the mountain peaks. You see a cave carved into the side of a mountain, and inside you believe. And when you go inside, you see a hunched over, almost giant-like creature. And it quickly turns, and then again you fly back, and this time you are behind the Gallonford's estate, and you see the family mausoleum. And then, like that, the spell ends. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Goddamn. +8, dude. Come on. Roll higher than a fucking 6.
You take 11 points of psychic damage.
Alright. What's me at?
Does that mean you curl up in pain just as Gallonford nudges you?
I think as you nudge me, there's a moment of like, oh my god, what is her name? From Lord of the Rings, the elf lady.
Arwen?
Galadriel, when she's like having that vision of the ring, and I'm like whispering all these things as like the color shifts a little bit, and then I come back and am racked with the pain after that.
Yeah, you guys see, after Caradrin casts the spell, her eyes kind of glazed over black. And she's kind of shaking as what she's in doing her vision.
I didn't do that, did I? Caradrin, are you okay?
Oh, just a hell of a headache. Jesus Christ.
Are you good now?
Oh, fucking dandy.
Okay, good. Stig slowly slides his sword back into its sheath.
It's fucked. Like, a lot. It's not great. It's not consistent here, and I think... I have a lot of reasons as to why, or hypotheses as to why, but what I saw was a withering tree, a river, underneath of which was a large yellow eye. I then saw in the mountains and I don't know where, if they're here or back in the material plane, a giant creature that I can only assume is the creature that you would hunt before. Well, tried to hunt before. And then I saw an image of the mausoleum out in your family's estate.
Wait,
So
a vision of all of this? Was this a spell?
it was, yes. I was trying to figure out what is true now. And the initial inconsistencies make me think that there is both are true now, but then the rest of it, I can piece together a couple things from that, but the first image doesn't make any sense to me. The withering tree in the river with the yellow eye, no idea. The cave, I'm assuming, has that creature that you're hunting, that we're gonna hunt. In which case they're somewhere off in the mountains, Lord knows where. Otherwise, I think the last thing that I saw, and where, I mean, as I think we're already going to go, is your resting place.
So Nyx told you.
Yes, she did.
Of course, what, are you gonna hide that from us?
Of course not. Did
Perhaps.
any of that, when Carrotwin spoke it aloud, jog any memories to Galliford? The tree, the eye, any of it?
Yes. As pieces. You remember, as seems like some of these, what she's talking about, has something to do with your brother's notes.
There was a hag or a witch involved in this, correct? Callanford?
I believe the hag was one of them.
The hag was killed. The hag was the trap. The actual threat was one who led us to the hag when we were saving the children. The Oni and the Winter Fae that worked with the Oni that betrayed us.
Well, I have many thoughts, but I think our next step should be to check out. I don't have, unfortunately, any necromantic spells that can show us or allow me to speak with the dead, but at the very least I was able to get some more information on the current scenario, and not even the world knows what the fuck is going on right now, it seems, so I don't know.
Well, I think I can get some information from my father later tonight, but actually going through, I don't know how far deep, whatever they buried is in the mausoleum. My only thoughts, and because everyone has seen you guys, if you were to try and look through there, a disguise would definitely be needed, or invisibility. And maybe while I'm talking with my father would be the safest time for anyone to look. My other thoughts are to go to where this all happened, where we took down the hag and were betrayed.
And yeah, whatever other notes that you have, you can look at. Be great. I can get myself Stig and Mason in if Nyx can shift into something small enough to sneak onto the premises.
And to help with everything, while everyone looks like they're eating breakfast, Galliford will kind of summarize and read through his notes, like leading up to that battle and when he left and went to the portal. So they at least know from his journal notes after each day how everything played out from what he recalls.
Okay.
Do we know how long Gallenford's been out of this dimension in the material plane?
I will say, based off what we found out last time, Gallenford himself has no idea anymore, because it sounded like it was way longer than what he recalled. And no one's been pretty straight or clear whenever he asks.
Well, how many days has it been? Do you know how many days or months or years you've been in the material plane? We could do the math backwards from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, to try and figure out how long it feels to them that you've been gone.
Technically, it should be shorter, not longer.
Yeah, it should be shorter.
Which is why Gallenford is stumped, because he thought he was here just maybe a little over a year. But they said he had been gone for years.
You don't think you fell into some alternate universe, do you?
You know, I just realized the material world is not, compared to this world, the material world is in dog years.
Do you think we got the riddles wrong and it sent us somewhere else?
No, everything looks the same. Everyone is familiar. Oh, I had friends here. Maybe asking some of them, and they'll maybe explain things. I know, when we go get masked, I was very known for loving this holiday since my family ran it. I'll just disguise myself with a cloak when we go get masked, and you guys can ask questions about me and see what they say.
Just curious, why do you have this festival?
You know, I'll be honest, I think I may have just assumed it was another way of celebrating harvest.
It's basically almost your version of Halloween. Almost, people dress up, wear masks, and they have this big old festival and just celebrate. People. So
You said the masks are supposed to represent your inner self?
Yes, at least that's how I always saw it. I was just fascinated with masks.
So is it like a festival where you actually get to, like, be yourself for a day?
Guess you can kind of say that and let free, or it's like another way of showing what you want to become, but the way you represent your artisticness of the mask, it's hard to describe. Viewing your inner soul just through a mask.
Well, shall we wander over and get those materials and see if we can encounter any of your friends?
Yes, and I guess maybe I don't look as familiar in my normal attire with this hat on. I'll just keep my horns hidden for now. Gallenford will actually braid up his hair so it's not done in his normal way, and change the cloak so it kind of covers more of his body.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll stick to the background other than getting materials for the masks, and you guys can see what people say about me.
Let's go find the mask material seller person.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. People are definitely getting ready. It's only the festival will be here in a couple days. Caradwin, as you get another message from Professor Bierce.
God, I can't give up for like a day. I guess maybe it has been a day. I don't know.
It's probably been 3 days for him. Every 3 hours is another day.
Alright, Beerus, I left explicit instructions, dude. He's gonna fly away. As long as he doesn't attack a village.
I left fresh corpse meat by the door.
Oh man. Okay.
Just seeing the look on Kerrigan's face, it goes, something wrong?
I kind of want to just message back like, well, here's the problem. By the time I get back, my registration might lapse. So.
First 10
he's
words
no longer in my
is just swearing.
I don't know how to respond to that. Just put fresh meat in the stable. I don't know.
Just respond like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sure that's around 25 words. Yeah. Can't help in... Say what? That's 25 words.
Do you have to say that out loud, or is that all telepathic?
It doesn't say.
I'll let you choose.
I assume that it's all been telepathic at this point.
Can you post the spell?
He did.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say so.
Send a short message.
So I was saying it's up to you if you want to keep, if you just want to do it telepathic.
I'll do it telepathically. That's definitely something I'm going to keep a little closer to not Stig.
Just realized there could be a literal legend about that horse, considering we found it in a tomb.
All right. So you guys.
You mean the World Eater?
So you guys go off into the town. Everybody's celebrating. You know, everybody's having joyous faces. You do see some masked salesmen with already pre-made masks, and but you can definitely find a place where you can buy materials to make your own. You see one vendor. He has this big old smile on his face. His hands are clasped. He's kind of hunched over. He's kind of rocking back. One of the vendors, and you see a variety of masks behind him.
Yeah, I was asking what kind of masks do they have?
What kind? Well, it depends on what kind are you looking for. Do you want to go up to a specific vendor, or again, do you want to make your own?
Well, I also kind of want to ask them, like what this festival is kind of like about, what they feel like, and maybe like what some masks might represent.
Okay. You see the happy mask salesman. You go up to him, and he has a variety of masks behind him. Oh, welcome to my shop. How may I be of service today?
What's with the masks?
Oh, I collect masks from all over the world and all over the realms. Any in particular that catches your eye? You see a mask.
Stig will kind of like glance and like maybe look for like a monster depiction.
You do see one that looks like that looks like a mummy, and one that looks like a skeletal mask. And you do see like a hooded mask where you put it over your head and it has that black felt over so that people can't see your face. Those are the monster looking masks that he has.
And you collect these from around the world?
Well, yes, of course. They each have a uniqueness about them, and I love to share the masks that I find with others.
I've been seeing some people around wearing masks. Is there a festival going on?
Well, yes, it will be happening in 3 days, in 2 days' time. Um, Big celebration. Lots of people will be attending. There will be music, food, activities.
And you're supposed to wear a mask to this, I assume?
Of course. It is the Festival of the Masks, after all.
So if I wanted to take part, what should I be looking for in a mask?
Well, it all depends on what you want to find in the mask you wish to wear. Let's see here. He kind of turns around. What would be good for you? He goes and grabs a mask off. It is gray and it's kind of a little elongated a bit. It's not round. It's like almost rectangular in shape almost. This one might suit your needs.
Does it have a particular depiction?
You can give me a nature check. You can't tell what it is, but it's definitely not humanoid. But it looks stone-like.
It's a very interesting mask. But I think I'm probably going to do a little bit more wandering around. Maybe something else will catch my eye. But I thank you for your information.
Of course. I'm always here if you need any assistance. You would have to purchase these, of course. Low price of 500 gold.
But
Yes, for low price.
do these look like 500 gold piece quality?
Give me an investigation check.
Or is he just being the tourist?
Or you could give me an investigation check to investigate the mask, or an insight check to get to try to read the salesman.
Cool. I'm good at either one, so I'm just gonna do these.
Gallifrey is staying silent during this, but does he recognize this vendor while Stig is talking to him?
Stig, you think he's on the up and up. He has this big old smile. He's talking calm and everything like that. You don't get much of a read off of him. Galliford, you have not seen him before.
I will gently put that mask down and bid him good day, because those things are expensive.
Is this your first time to the Feywild, enjoying this festival?
Oh no, I have been here many years. I've come, I come almost every year for the festival.
Every year, you say. When did you first start?
Oh, it's been so long. I can't remember. But I've been here. I've enjoyed myself every time.
Are you familiar with the Storsando family?
Of course, everybody knows about them.
What can you tell me about them and their participation with the festival?
Oh, they are always generous and always do well with the people.
And the sons?
I've never met them particularly. I just know about the family itself. But I've always heard good things about the family.
I see. Well, I wanted my companions to understand the culture with the masks firsthand by actually crafting them, but if things don't go so well, maybe we'll come back and see what all you have in stock.
But of course, I will be here until the end of the festival.
Gallifrey will bow and then start leading everyone towards the shop that he's used to go to as a kid. But the moment we're out of distance, I'll kind of whisper to the others, I don't recognize him at all.
I mean, you have been gone like more than 5 years from here, so I mean, there's a possibility he's been here before. It's just you weren't here.
He also has collected masks from around the world, so he might be new here.
That only means then I've definitely been gone way longer than what I've been thinking. Because I thought I was gone maybe a year and a half, but not so long that he's been here forever and I've never seen him.
So Mason, you go off and start purchasing some materials. What's the rest of the party doing?
I was leading them to the shop to get materials where Gallifrey would go to craft a mask. And the moment we're there, Gallifrey would start crafting a mask similar to what he used to try and craft before, which would be a very like golden looking knightly like mask, while kind of nudging someone to start asking around about the Storzando family.
Okay. So
Stig will be with Gallon like choosing items as well, and he goes, "So them Storzandos, like what's their problem?"
you get some curious looks, Stig. Like, what? The shopkeeper. Is there a problem? Can I help you?
Oh, there's no problem. It's just I'm it's the new time. This is my first time doing the Massive Festivals, and I heard that it was being funded by the Storsando family. I was wondering, what's their deal?
What do you mean? What's their deal?
Stig gives Gallonford a wink.
Give me a deception check. Deception or persuasion? They don't have a deal. I understand that you're new here, but they don't have anything wrong, or there's nothing going on with the family. They're very normal. They help out the town and the city. They're very respectable around here.
I've been in town a few days and I haven't come across them. Are they recluse?
They do tend to themselves since their children have died, but they do come out for public events.
Oh, their children died? What happened? Hopefully there wasn't some big conspiracy. Wink. Galliford.
Galliford's just sighing and tries to go around the corner where he's out of sight.
No conspiracy. I don't know how they were killed, but when we received the grave...
Oh, come on. If they're that important, you must have heard something.
We just know that they did not return from an adventure. And that they are, even all this time, they are still grieving for the loss of their children.
Well, if they didn't return, how do you know they died?
Because there was an announcement. There was they let us know what had happened, that they were no longer with us.
Around the corner on the shelf, where now that Galliford's in, he's gonna like use the message cantrip and whisper it to Stig. Ask how many years it's been.
How many years has it been?
How many years?
I mean, how long ago was it since they passed away?
Oh, we received the news probably about 20 years.
$20? Stig says, loud enough for Galliford to hear.
There's like a little, one of the shelves shakes as Galliford kind of stumbles hearing it and then readjusts himself. If anyone looked at him, he's like, sorry, I slipped.
And nobody knows how they died?
They were slain on an adventure. That's all we were told. And that's all that we know. Now, do you have any questions about the mask that you are making?
I was just wondering what kind of base you would need. So where did they die?
She kind of like, if you don't have any questions about the mask, I'm going to go help the other customers. And she kind of scurries off to go help the others.
Stig will be just like, who killed them? Then he like notices everybody staring at it, and he'll just like grab a block of wood and go find Galliford. I hope you got all that.
Galliford is like staring off into space, just in shock right now.
Are you okay, Gallenford?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were there. Um, I don't know. That is way longer than I expected.
Yeah, the math doesn't seem to quite add up, does it?
Not at all. Um, I think I have all the materials for my mask. Maybe one of the other vendors here can assist you guys. I think I need to go to that shrine and try speaking to the Autumn Goddess. See if I can get some info from that.
Okay, we'll wander around here, see what we can find, pick up.
Very well. Yeah, I'll find you guys in a moment. And Gallifrey will make sure he pays for his items for his mask before he departs.
So how extravagant did you make your mask?
Or
Let me.
did you just buy the materials?
Yeah, yeah. Well, let me ask you. How much gold were you willing to spend on making your mask? Now making it easier.
Well, the mask he's trying to craft kind of looks like the front piece of like a knightly like mask, but gold like his shoulder piece in the picture that's on the screen. Almost like there are leaves along it.
So how much gold did you spend?
Let me look at how much gold I have. Gallifrey will spend 10 gold on it.
Okay. Nix, you're trying to come up with all these pretty colors for your jester mask.
Yep. Maybe some purple, some green, some gold accents. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Mason.
Yeah, I got the design I want. I just trying to figure out how to post a picture of it. But I'm willing to spend more than 10 gold. I'm a crafter. I really want to put an effort into this, so I'm willing to spend like 200 gold pieces. Let me make sure I have that much.
Okay. Stig.
Stig will just pay 4 gold for his materials.
So basically the 4 gold is you built the mask and you paid for the materials. What does your mask look like?
Not much.
A wood with 2 eyes. Does it look like Plank from Ed and Eddie?
Did you see the picture I posted of Aku Aku and stuff? He just making that? Just a plank of wood with feathers in it?
He basically takes a plank of wood and like cuts teeth and eye holes.
Right. Caradwin.
Yes.
What kind of mask are you making, or are you gonna go purchase a mask?
Are they all 500 gold?
The ones that the Happy Mask salesmen were selling, yes.
Oh, well, I don't want to buy Majora's mask, so I will go find someone else that sells them for cheaper. I'm not a craftsman.
So you're gonna go buy a pre-made mask? Okay, that's fine. What kind of mask are you looking for?
I'm gonna keep with the aesthetic and find something of ravens of some kind. Crows, black, feathered.
Okay. You find like a masquerade mask with the nose kind of being like a beak and some feathers going around and some sparkly I don't know what the hell those things are called, but they sparkle in the light. They're sewn in.
Sequins or something?
I think so. I don't honestly don't know what they're exactly called. But anyways, yeah. Okay, Nix. So, Kardrin, your mask would cost probably about around 10 gold.
Easy enough.
Nix, how much are you spending on your mask?
I'll probably spend like 10 gold on it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can make it look like that with 10 gold materials. You're being very you're doing well with your artsy and crafts.
Yep, I'm mixing colors, and I was just a plain mask, and I'm just making it super colorful.
All right. You guys spend the afternoon kind of making your mask. Galliford, you go off.
Well, I was thinking that, but now it seems rather simple.
Okay. Mason is going Jedi.
I've gone through Crash Bandicoot, Tiki Mask, The Mask, Bionicle, Saw. I've gone through a bunch of masks. That one's the one I like the best so far.
Okay, so you guys make your masks in the afternoon. It's about lunchtime. So it's a little past. It's about 2 o'clock. So a late lunch. And from there, you guys kind of meet up and kind of decide what you're going to do from there. And right there, we are going to take our break. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right. So everybody's back. So, is there anything you guys wish to do throughout the rest of the day before evening comes?
Gallenberg would be looking for a shrine where he can talk to the Autumn Goddess or try to reach out.
Okay. There is a temple in town. So so you definitely can find that.
He would basically enter when he finds the shrine and then kind of do the routines of whatever ritual there would be for praying and reaching out to her, asking for guidance or answers to what could be going on.
Um, so you go and kneel down in front of the effigy of the goddess of autumn. What do you pray?
I know it has been a while since I've been back home, and I have tried reaching out, but I have heard from another. I am lost and confused and need some help remembering or understanding what is going on. Please, can you help?
Roll me a religion check.
Is there religion?
Yes. Um, you feel in this isn't this enclosed room, an autumn breeze kind of blow past your face, like it gently caresses your cheek. The autumn leaves from the vines in this sacred place begin to fall around you. Um, the leaves that fall are of red and orange in color. When they encircle you, though, when they fit when they after they when they why am I getting tongue tied? When they finish falling and landing around you, they turn into what seems to be a yellow and golden color, and then shrivel up into brown and black as they die. The you and then you kind of huff, like what you don't know what this means, and when you huff, you can see the breath come out.
Cold? I don't understand. Winter?
That is the response you get from the leaves and the coldness.
Could this be because I fell? I'll kind of just look up at the branches where the leaves were falling from, and I'll just call out. Well, I'll ask, what can I do to make this right?
You stand there in silence for a good while. What seems to be forever, but you don't get any more another response.
Gallenfeld kind of, after a while, just looked down and kind of just whispered to himself, Brother, what would you do in this situation? Before standing up and heading out to find the others.
Okay. You all kind of wait around a little bit. You kind of do. You see all the pretty colors. Everybody again decorating for the festival. You get lunch and whatnot. But you do see Gallenford approach you.
Did you learn anything?
More riddles.
Mm,
I see you all have crafted your mask. Very nice.
Yeah, mine just dried actually. I may have gone a little bit overboard with the paints.
I found Steak's new mask.
Oh God.
I don't know. Just really feeling this one.
Anyway, so we have the masks made. And what's our next step?
What time of the day is it?
It's late afternoon.
Was it about this time that Gallenford thinks his father was probably meaning, or was it later?
You were just told this evening.
You know, Gallenford, do you know? Have we figured out like where the attack is supposed to have taken place?
Where the attack's supposed to take place? You mean where it happened?
Yeah, where you were supposed to have died. Because that and the mausoleum is basically the only two leads I've come up with.
I can get
What
us
is
to
it?
the mausoleum if that's where we want to go first, and then check out the other location.
Alright, so Gallenford, you distract your parents. We will break into your family's crypt and discuss and see what we can find.
Please be discreet and use the mask so you're not seen at least.
Good idea. Nobody will be able to know it's us if we wear our mask. Stig puts on his mask, and you could tell by his green half-orc skin that it's Stig.
I can always cast Pass Without a Trace on us if we need it.
And I can make 3 of us invisible.
It seems turning Stig invisible while wearing this mask seems fitting.
For some reason.
Don't know why.
Too bad I'm not a killerist. I could lend you the cannon for some reason.
If things get dire, I would just say run. Don't kill anybody.
Not unless you encounter a hag, then they die.
Stig holds up his hand. I swear I will not kill anyone.
You say that, but what are the chances of you getting brainwashed again?
Let's not think about
I'm
that.
gonna say it's very low. So, when are you supposed to meet your folks, Galliford?
Yes, we can start heading there now.
Excellent.
Okay, you guys kill a little bit of time. Nix, you do find a maple shop that sells different kinds of maple syrups and maple-based products. They're all very unique. It's not just your normal maple syrup. So you kind of sampling all of that. But eventually it's getting close to dusk, and you guys make your way to Galliford's Galliford's estate. Galliford, you are able to walk through the main gate with no issues.
As I walk through, I kind of just whisper in the air, using the message cantrip back to the others. Remember, discreet. And I will head in and head straight for Gallifred's father's study.
All right. So how are the rest of you going to get in?
That kind of cut out on my end. What was that?
I'm asking the rest of the party how are they going to get in past the walls.
Oh.
I can fly, but
I can teleport to the other side.
Can I fly? I don't think I can fly yet. I can only swim and land.
well, if you become small enough, I can just carry you over.
Okay, I'll just turn into a mouse.
How high is the fence? 'Cause I think I can jump it.
It's 15 feet.
Stig just looks to the rest of the group and goes, I bet I can make it.
Pretty sure you can make it. Can I just give him a boost over as he makes his attempt, just because I can just go over?
Sure. First,
I should ask first, are we casting invisible now or later? Probably later.
you
I
guys
would
tell me.
imagine later. Because I can do it whenever we need it. It's just I don't know when we're going to want to do it. So if we're trying to first get over the wall and we're going to do swing,
I'm just saying, typically invisibility, like basic invisibility. If you cast another spell, it ends. So if we're using spells to get over the wall, we should save the invisibility for later.
And if we're going to be stealthy, Stig will probably see if there's room in the bag of holding for this scale mail, because it does give him disadvantage on stealth checks.
Okay.
So he'll just see if he can just stash that away.
Stig starts stripping.
Well, just the outer armor. He's still wearing clothes.
Sig, off in the distance, you hear that whistle, that... I don't know if you heard that. That classical whistle when somebody's looking good and you look over and you see a couple ladies just kind of walking by.
Hey.
Alright, Stig, I'll see if I can hook 1, 2, 3 up over the wall.
Mason, give me a strength athletics check. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. No problem. Now I need both of you to give me stealth checks.
Hold on. So Stig will leap. He goes at least 20 feet.
Okay. Both of you give me stealth checks.
Nailed it.
Stig, you do the classical superhero landing, 3-point superhero landing. And all you guys just hear a big old thud on the other side.
Well, sounds like you made it. Also sounds like there are no traps against going over the wall, so
Guys, I made it.
Kevin, you wanna try going over the wall so you can say the spell?
Sure. Oh.
Yeah, I'll try.
And badly, but sure.
I'm gonna try and push Carradine up over as well.
Okay, Mason, give me another athletics check. Carradine's kind of not standing still. She's kind of... you know how somebody's walking on, you're like, no, step here, no... Carradine, give me an athletics check.
Alright. There we go.
I
don't even get over the wall.
You do not. You're just like... You're standing on your tippy toes. You're there. You try to pull yourself up, but you're just hanging there.
Well, I'm hanging here at least. A little more of a boost, please.
Yeah, what do we do here from Chris? What do we do now, Chris? Do I get another chance to push her over, or?
Both of you give me stealth checks real quick.
Stealth check. We're gonna get arrested.
In one of the other games I played with, we also tried to get over a fence, and our strategy was throw the halfling over with a rope tied to him.
But you didn't do that.
No, I'm just saying that's what we did in the other game. Halfling didn't fare very well, but we got over.
So you guys begin to hear noises coming towards you. It sounds like the guards hear, like you're making a commotion. The guards are coming to investigate.
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna look at Mason and say, I should have just done this speed with. I'm gonna Misty Step on top of the wall, and then just hop down.
Stiggle catcher.
Okay.
I'll pick up Nyx and activate my fly boots and just kind of fly to the other side of the wall.
Okay.
And if I do have an opportunity to cast a spell, I'd like to minor illusion and just have a cat run towards the guards like it was the cat.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And you hear damn cat. But you guys are over the wall.
Cool. I'm gonna cast a 4th level invisibility. I'm gonna tell Nyx, since you can turn into something small, it's easier for me to cast it on myself, Stig, and Mason, if that's okay.
I think she's already mouthed.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm just
Then
chittering.
I'm gonna cast a 4th level invisibility to catch myself.
Okay. You all go invisible. Next, you're as quiet as a mouse, and you guys begin to make your way behind the manor to the family mausoleum. Gallenford, you make your way up the stairs into your father's study. The doors are closed to you. You gently knock on them, and then you hear a response. Come in.
I'll enter and quietly close the door behind myself.
Okay. The fireplace is going. He's behind his desk, scribbling away.
Hello, Father. Hopefully you have time to talk now.
And yes. And what is it that you wish to discuss? He sets his pen down. You know, he has his eyeglasses on, and he sits back in his chair.
I'm just trying to process and understand what may have happened and see if maybe you can help jog my memory on some things, especially after partaking in the festival. One of the vendors said that it's been 20 years. I thought it's only been a year from when I was out hunting down that Oni.
Of course not. It's been 20 years since your untimely demise.
From everything that you recall, can you tell me word for word what happened so I can compare to what I have written down?
You went off following your brother, as you always do, hunting down whatever creature that he was after, and then we've received word and your remains and your brother's remains that you were slain in battle.
Do you recall who sent the word of all of this? Was there proof that the remains belong to us?
Undoubtedly. It was one of your brother's compatriots that somehow survived the battle that brought this. So it was undoubtedly true.
Wait, Who was it?
I honestly I forget the name. We've been trying to move on. We were close. Your mother was making a breakthrough before you came home. Now, I don't know how you survived, but things will probably be better now that you are home to stay.
I'm not actually here to stay for good. There's some stuff happening that my companions are trying to stop to make sure the world doesn't get darker, but still, I remember that day. Brother and his two companions fell, and I was the one who survived and escaped. And it's almost sounding like things are warped, and one of them actually survived now.
Well, your memory might be fuzzy from your resurrection. How I don't know how you were revived again, but it may not seem like it. But I am glad you are home.
Mother kept saying someone was responsible for this. Do you know who she was referring to?
The deaths have struck your mother dearly. She does spout a lot of things that we are unable to make sense of half the time. So I do not know.
Just to make sure I remember things correctly. To your recollection, did I ever join the Auto Musketeers?
No. You were unable to prove yourself yet to be a full member of your brother's little adventuring party.
Okay, so that still adds up. Has there, over the years, been any other weird attacks or creatures coming near the village?
The other creatures have been restless of late, but nothing that the local god can't handle.
No wandering hags or odd dealings? Or what about the girl that used to hang with brother all the time back then? Has she shown up?
What girl? I don't know who you're talking about.
The girl, she looked like a winter fae. She was like obsessed and always running off with brother and his friends.
Again, your memory must be cloudy. There was no girl. There never was.
That can't be right. I remember her. I wrote her name in the journal.
I don't know what to tell you.
You don't remember Weiss Winterlock at all.
There have never been a Winter Fae hanging around this family. You know we wouldn't allow it, given our stature. Now, is there anything else you wish?
Can you fill in the gaps of everything that's transpired in the past 20 years?
You hear a knock on the door. Sir, your wife, she needs tending to. Be right there. I'm sorry, we must continue this later. I must attend to your mother. And he kind of gets up and walks out the room. Meanwhile, out in the back, you guys definitely find it's not hard to find once you get around the back. The family mausoleum. It's this large, red marbled tomb built into the ground. So you see the building up top, and it's almost designed to go into the earth. And you see a large marble doorway in front of you.
Alright, let's open this sucker.
Alright, so Nistig, you approach the door. You don't see any visual like door handles or whatnot.
I guess I'll just try and push it open.
Give me a strength check. Strength athletics.
My gosh.
The door will not budge.
Can Mason check to see with the push or a pull door?
You can give me an investigation check. You don't see any hinges on the outside, so you believe it is perhaps a push.
Alright, stick one more time. Let's push. 1, 2, 3, push.
Can I give Mason... Can I help Mason with this?
You can either roll individually or give one or give one of you guys advantage.
I'm going to take Mason's lead since I did terribly.
Well, what does that mean?
You can either.
I'm giving you advantage. I'm helping you, Mason.
Mason, you push. The door won't budge.
Okay, door's stuck.
Okay.
Maybe you have to knock, and Nyx just kind of knocks on the door.
Are you back to being you?
Yeah, I'm back to being me. Knock.
All right, you knock on the door.
Like 3 times. Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Oh, I guess that didn't work either.
Maybe you need to knock a little bit louder. Steve will pull out the Gore of Gorthok.
Hang on. We're still trying to be stealthy.
I just cast Pass Without Trace on all of us. I'm like, I gotta be quiet.
Well, I can't think of anything else we haven't tried.
Carolyn, are you able to? Is this magically sealed?
I don't think so. Unless the door is magical, I can try to dispel it, but that's all I got.
Well, I'm saying that we've pushed. It doesn't seem to budge. I can't tell if it's magic unless I like identify for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, I can do a quick cast of detect magic. Yeah, and just see if there's anything magical. I can quick cast a ritual once a day.
The
Hello?
Okay, so you detect that the door and the outer, the whole thing is magically sealed. You do see though, Caradwyn, with your detect magic, kind of like the arcane, it's kind of glowing a little bit. You do see that there are 3 in this intricate arcane circle on the door, like 3 circles, like almost 3 keys need to be unlocked.
And that's related to the magical effect?
Yes.
Carolyn, can you describe the keys? Are these riddles? More riddles?
Yeah, do the keys look like anything? Are they physical keys?
They're like arcane circles. They're like there are 3 there's 3 different.
Is it like a magical combination lock or what?
There's like 3 arcane circles. It's like a triangle. There's one in each. There's like so a circle in the middle, and then like that.
Are there any clues of what these circles are looking for? Like, are these buttons, dials?
Well, Caradwyn can only see them.
Okay, we have 4 circles on the door.
Do they move? Or can I move them at all?
No, it's like an arcane glyph. These are on the doors.
Do they represent in schools of magic?
So what'd you see, Caradwyn?
I see a magic circle with 3 arcane runes around it. I'm trying to figure out what they mean or do.
It seems almost that you have to somehow dispel or remove each of the 3 locks in order to open the door.
I don't have to cast this 3 times. But it doesn't show, like, what can I glean? Is there a way that I can try to dispel it that doesn't require a spell slot? Like, is there any clues as to what the locks are?
You could give me an Arcana check. This is very advanced magic. These, you don't think a simple dispel magic will remove them. These are tied to either a place, a creature, an item. You are not sure. You have to go to. Basically, this is the lock. You have to go find the key.
Is there any writing that indicates what the keys might be?
No. You just
All right, Stig, break it down.
You just know that the keys are tied to the locks.
Well, we can go hunting if we need to. I have to take magic I can cast, and
You're the only one who can see the, you're the only one who can see the magic.
do I see anything within 30 feet of me that also radiates magic besides the door?
No. Other than your compatriots that have magical gear.
I said we let Stig try it.
Won't the guards know that we're here if we do it with force?
Well, according to Kieran, there's like 3 or 4 locks on this thing, and we don't have any of the keys, and we don't even know what the keys look like.
Yeah, come on, Kieran, you gotta give us something.
That's all I have, that there are 3 keys connected to objects.
You think maybe the mom and dad might have the keys on them? I mean, they would be the ones to go want to check on their sons.
And then there's nothing on this door, like physically that looks like a mechanism at all.
None. It's just a flat. You can tell it's a door, but it's just made out of marble. You don't
I'm just gonna try my key.
Mason's gonna start walking around the building, seeing if there's another way in.
I'm gonna run 30 feet or 25 feet because that's all I can move in one action. I don't want an explosion on me.
Hey-ya! Come on, Stig. Apparently the Feywild isn't good for Stig. Do you want me to roll damage?
Nope. Hold on. Stig, I need a Constitution saving throw. All right.
I'm gonna add the Flash of Genius to that just because and make it a 24.
Okay. You take 3 points of thunder damage, and you all hear a crack of thunder echo 300 feet all around you.
Okay, I guess we leave. Let's go.
And you are not pushed back 10 feet. Gallenford, you hear a crack of thunder coming from outside.
As I hear it, I just sigh and I use the message cantrip to Caradwin. What's all that racket? The guards will definitely be on to you guys if that was you.
We're stuck at a door with 3 mystery keys. And Stig tried his key.
How's the door look?
Not a scratch.
Okay, this isn't working. Let's get out of here before we're caught.
I am curious, just if Caradwin sees any of the orbs react.
Do they react? Does the magic of the door react in any way?
Nope.
Okay, so none of those magic circles is what caused the thunder.
Nope. Caradwin, you now see hidden underneath the bright magical ceiling magic was like an arcane ward that like a thunder wave spell was placed on this if attacked.
I still vote we get out of here right now.
Yeah, you guys hear commotion. You guys hear guards kind of marching in your direction.
No, this is a bust.
Yep. I still got. I'm sure we haven't been here like 10 minutes, so I should still have some fly left.
I guess we just run over and leap the fence.
Yep. Nix, if you go small, I'll pick you up and take you over. Kevin, are you able to get over?
Use another Misty Step if I need to.
Okay,
we're gone.
You all quickly escape.
And just because I can, let me check the range of my minor illusion here. It's 30 feet, so when we're 30 feet away, I want to make the thunder noise again, like the people are, like someone's still trying to get in.
Okay. Then that's no problem.
By the way, Stig jumps 27 feet in the air.
Okay, Captain America.
With this shield out.
Oh, smash!
Why could that be me trying to open the door?
Alright, you all quickly make your way back to the inn. Gallonford, you quickly go out into the main hallway. You see your father running down, trying to find out what's going on, and you hear that it came from the mausoleum. But it seems like whoever or whatever tried to get in failed, but unfortunately they got away.
As I hear a mausoleum, since I never actually asked about that, I'll be like, the mausoleum? That's where I'm supposedly buried?
Yes, but not now. We'll discuss this later. Right now, I need to calm down your because she's worried.
I understand. And I'll let him head back to Gallonford's mom. Because of how quickly I rushed out, I feel like his study door would still be wide open. When he heads back, I would like to head back there to make it seem like I'm just shutting the door back and everything, but I want to glance around the desk and see if I notice anything out of the ordinary from what he was writing before I leave the room.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. All you find are notes about the festival activities that are going on. Just kind of reports and whatnot, and he's just kind of filling out paperwork. You don't find anything suspicious or out of the ordinary.
Okay, I'll leave the study, and I think I'm gonna try and chit chat with the guards to see what they know about Gallonford's brother's friends, to see if they know the name of the one who survived.
Not now. We're busy. There's been a break-in. Go into your room.
Not a child anymore. Maybe I can be of some assistance.
No, you'll just get in the way. And he kind of rushes off.
I'll say as I step away.
What?
You'll just get in the way.
Yeah, he says you'll just get in the way. Go back to your room.
Yeah, he just muttered, aren't those familiar words, before stepping away.
Were you trying to get a reaction out of him?
Yeah.
No reaction. He just kind of rushes off and he's trying to do his duty.
Gallifrey will kind of just scan and watch their routines just to get an idea for their pattern and movements.
Okay, give me an investigation check. Okay, everything seems kind of a little frantic a little bit at the moment, but you're able to notice some people going back to the patrols and whatnot, and some of the guards are at their posts. The servants are doing their thing, trying. One of the guards goes in and reports to your father saying that everything's good, nothing's happened, everything is the emergency is over. And then he goes back to his normal duties. The rest of the party, what are you guys doing?
Just waiting, I guess. Being down but has any answers.
Yeah.
We go back to the inn, or are we still outside of the...
I think we went back to the end.
Okay. Well, that was a bust, I guess, as she just kind of picks at whatever she could find. Maybe just playing with some string.
Yeah, I mean, who puts that kind of magical protection on a muslin? Stig says, floating upside down.
What?
You've had some fizzy lifting drink or something?
Yeah. We're in the Fae. Might as well get it while we can.
Who does protect their mausoleum like that unless they're worried? Like, do you think it's protected the same way on the inside or just people getting in? You think they're fear of Baylor or something?
I think
Maybe
we're
they got
all.
buried with fancy stuff.
I think we're all looking at Caragwin for answers.
I have no idea. It was a magical door. I don't think that this spell would have gotten through there. I could have tried, but it was pretty powerful magic.
Maybe
They asked
we
for
need
the
to,
keys.
yeah, maybe we need to research legends, lores, rumors about that mausoleum and 3 keys and stuff.
We could ask
Well-
Gillenford's dad. We could fake Gillenford's second death, and then have him open it from the inside.
I truly think that that would be vastly unfair to his already broken mother.
We fake his mother's death, and have her open it from the inside. I'm spitballing here. I'm angry.
I guess if we're spitballing bad ideas, we could always kill his mom when we put her in there.
I don't think Galliford would forgive us if we killed his mom, but that it's an idea.
Maybe you can ask Professor Bierce if he knows anything.
When in doubt, talk to the professor.
I could also talk to the trees. Maybe they have ideas.
I did not know you could talk to trees.
You can talk to trees.
I can learn.
ooh, we could go to where this attack, where Galliford supposedly died, and you can ask the trees what actually happened there. Hours go by.
Yeah, Galliford, are you doing any? What else are you doing for the rest of the evening?
After time and realizing the guards didn't find anybody or anything, I would head back to find the group.
So
Since I know his father won't speak to him until probably tomorrow.
So you're gonna leave the manor?
Yes, I'll probably head out and I'll just to the guard at the gate. I'll be like, I'll return shortly. I need some fresh air.
And he kind of rolls his eyes.
Kind of just narrow mine as I continue out.
All right, you do go back to the inn where the group is staying. You'll easily find them.
Did you know that the mausoleum was magically locked?
I did not, especially since I only learned of it today.
Well, we ain't getting it.
Well, Galliford, you know that you know of the family mausoleum. That's where your family has been buried. But this is the first time you have heard of a magical lock being put on it.
Jared, do you think you could just maybe describe what you saw? Nick's get ready to draw it.
Yeah, Chris, can you re-describe that for me? So I can make sure I'm getting all the details.
There are a total of 4 circles. One in the middle. So like that. This one in the center is like the master lock, and these are like 3 little. These are 3 smaller but still powerful, like arcane locks. They are all. These locks are tied to a specific item, creature, or place. And once all 3 have been unlocked per se, then the center one will unlock and the door will be able to be opened.
So we have to know what these people, items, or places are, and I don't exactly know how. We have to bring. We have to bring the thing to it, or we just have to speak its name.
It depends on what the key is tied to. Sometimes you would need to either bring the object to it. Sometimes you would maybe need to slay a monster or go to the location and do an arcane ritual. It just all depends on what the thing is specifically tied to.
So we have to find a creature or thing or a location or do a ritual that we have no idea about, and we have to do that 3 times.
Yes.
Sorry, this is the first I've known of anything like that being placed on the mausoleum.
You could all give me, since you're all standing around trying to figure out and piece together this puzzle, you can all give me investigation checks. If you so wish. Caradron, it instantly clicks that you had a vision earlier in
Of
the
all
day.
the places. Shit. and items. Damn.
I will say one thing that was weird. Oh, did you think of something, Edwin?
Go ahead. No, I'm thinking still.
When I questioned my father, he said he saw the remains that were brought by a survivor, and that it was clearly me and my brother, but he said it, once again, it was a survivor, which sounded more like one of my brother's two companions who fell in front of during the fight was the one who survived instead of me. But he didn't know which name. The two that were with my brother Aether were Mo Amaris and Valen. So now I'm wondering if people have heard about them around. Carrot, when you have that strong thinking look on your face right now.
Yeah, I think I know, or I have an idea of what these things could be. The legend lore I did earlier gave me the withered tree, the river and the eye. It gave me the mountains and the cave. There was the creature, and then I saw the mausoleum. Those were probably the logs. So whatever this withered tree is, whatever the eye in the river is, and whatever the fuck that creature in the cave is. Is that what my best thought is on that 28, Chris?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the withered tree, the eye, the creature.
Because you were shown those three things before the mausoleum.
So those are going to be our keys. So we either have to bring or kill the creature, find the withered tree and bring a piece of it back, and find the eye.
Do any of those sound familiar to like local legends around this part, Gallenford? Stories?
I think, Chris, you told me all of that jogged my memory when it was brought up. Would I know what this withered tree is, or this eye by the river?
Your best location for the withered tree would be to the north, up behind this mountain wall. That's where all majority of the evil fae, like hags and whatnot, live. You believe that the tree you're looking for would be in there. To the east, there's two, as you can see on the map, two potential water sources that may have the underwater location that you are looking for. And in the mountain pass, is either to the south or to the northeast. You will need to probably do a little more research for the two latter locations, but you definitely know for a fact that the withered tree would be north of you.
So what we could do is focus on the withered tree, but before leaving town, maybe ask around and see if anyone knows anything about something with the eye in the river, or a mountain that might have a creature lurking in it.
On this map, do we know where Gallenford was supposedly met his end? Because if we're heading up north, maybe we can check that out on the way.
You know, Stig's been asking for that for 2 days and nobody's given him an answer.
Sorry about that. Gallenford definitely would, because of what happened, would remember where that would be, so I'm just going to point to it on the map, wherever that would be on this map.
Remind me of what the environment was.
It was forest-like.
If you're you, oh, sorry, go ahead.
It was basically like a twisted version of the Hansel and Gretel, so a house in the middle of woods.
Then that would be to the north.
Yeah, because he described like this back area is where all the evil creatures live.
Yeah, because his brother's group specifically made sure people who accidentally stumbled through portals weren't killed by Dark Fae and were returned back to their plane.
So,
sounds like we're heading north.
I mean, we're missing the festival.
I mean, it's just a festival. I want to figure out what's going on here. Remember, every day we spend here is a week back home.
Yes, and we have a lot going on back home. The quicker we can figure this out and get back, the better.
So much for vacation.
This is evening, so is tomorrow night the Mask Festival? Or is it the night after the next night?
It would be the night after. They have one more day of setting up.
I was going to say, if it was tomorrow night, then we could basically spend the day like trying to narrow down our search.
If we're quick enough, I think we could probably be back from the Wither Tree, hopefully, just in time for the festival.
I believe it took us 2 days to reach here from the portal.
That's true, unless we have some mounts.
Just use that as your ruler. Not to mention we have to, if we're going to the Withered Tree, we're going to be scaling this mountain range.
I wonder if Father still has the family clan mount.
You would have to go look.
Guess I would want to say by in the morning anyway, so I could see if I could find anything that can assist us while everyone gets some rest.
Alright, I'll see you in the morning.
Want me to come back with you, Gallenford? Maybe I can do some spying again.
Sure, Nix.
I just turned into a cat again.
Okay. Gallenford and Nix leave to go back to his estate. Caradwin, Stig, and Mason, you all go to bed?
Mason does.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else we can do.
Yeah, I'll head to bed as well.
Okay.
I know it's.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I know it's late as we're walking back, but if there are still people out and about, I'm gonna try to listen in as we walk back to see if I hear any odd rumors that might lead to the Iron River or the cave with the creature in it.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
This time I think I will finally use the inspiration.
You don't hear anything about the river or the mountain pass. All the talk is about the festival. There are rumors, nobody knows for sure, but there's supposed to be a big event happening during the festival. It's supposed to be spectacular and a sort of surprise, but nobody knows what it is.
Okay, then I will continue back to the estate.
Okay. Galford, you enter. Nyx, you are wanting to explore?
Yeah. Before I turn into a cat, I ask Ellenford where all the important documents are usually located.
I'll definitely be in my father's study. I wasn't able to find anything. There's a little library section too, but I don't think he would keep any important stuff there. But I guess worth a shot.
Okay, so then I'll probably see if the study room is even open.
Okay.
You'll definitely know something is important if you see a seal of a griffin on it.
All right. Galford, you go off to your room, trying to be inconspicuous. Nyx, give me an investigation check. You are able to slip into the study, no problem. You're kind of looking around as a cat. You hop on the desk, and you start looking at the papers. It's a little odd. It's almost as these papers are there deliberately, meaning that it's that what's that phrase? You look over here while something's over there.
Ah.
So you think like something's here. This is kind of to throw off any prying eyes. So you're kind of looking around the room, trying to see if you can find anything else. You can give me a perception check or another investigation.
I'll try a perception.
There is a set of books that catch your eye, like 3 in a row, that seem almost, they're blended in well, but they seem out of place.
Pad over to it.
Okay. You hop on to the bookshelf and you paw at the books, and they're fake books. You pull them back and you find what seems to be some sort of wall safe.
Ooh. Peek my head inside.
Well, you gotta. The safe is closed.
Oh, then I have to pull the books.
You pull the books back to reveal a safe, a wall safe. You gotta figure out the combination to the wall to the door.
Mm-hmm. I'm not that smart. I just squint at the numbers. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go get Galliford. So I put the books back where I found them, and then I go looking for Galliford.
Okay. Galliford is in. Yep.
I just paw at his door. Meow! Meow!
Oh, did you find something next?
Meow! And then I'm just like tugging on his pant leg.
I'll follow next, but before exiting the room, just to make sure we don't tip anyone off, I'll cast Greater Invisibility so I'm not seen.
Okay. And next you find Galliford. He's in like these nice silk pajamas, like the fancy people wear all the time.
Like maybe I'll ask him if he could have them make one for me. I was thinking that in my head as I pull him along to the study, and then jump onto the bookshelf.
Okay. Galliford. Nyx reveals that there is a hidden wall safe in the bookshelf.
I don't think I ever noticed this was here. And I will feel around it, and Galliford's gonna see if he can figure out the combination. He did some training before with lockpicking. I don't know if that'll help with dealing with safe locks, but he's gonna try his best.
I will say yes, because even though it's not like a key lock, it is a lock. So give me. Well, not perception.
Would it be thieves' tools still?
Well, do you have your thieves' tools on you?
I would have to sneak back to the room for him.
Do you do that?
I think I will. I am invisible, so.
Okay, next you don't see Galliford, but you hear him kind of shuffle away, and then shortly after you hear him shuffle back. You see like a floating leather pouch. So give me an you will be using your thieves' tools. I'm trying to figure out what either intelligence or wisdom, because you're not. This is not sleight of hand. I mean, you're not trying to pickpocket or do a key lock. I'll let you choose either intelligence or perception. And you can add your thieves' tools.
Would I roll perception and add the bonus from the thieves' tools?
Yes, if you're proficient with thieves' tools, you'll add the proficiency bonus to the overall roll.
Okay, so +7 to whatever I roll. I'm gonna do perception then.
All right. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Army of Thieves.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
So yeah, he listens closely. You hear the clicks, and whatnot, and you are successfully able to open the door.
carefully reach in to see what was behind the safe.
You open the door, and we'll pick it up from next time.
Dun dun dun.
Yep, dun dun dun.